as well as interfacing and working with government engagement, government entities, whether that be a national government, the federal government, or even the local government. So with that said, I guess we can start off with our um, community presentations. So yeah, so I'm Eugene, and I'm currently the chair of the local chapters and communities working group. And so basically, so if you're not yet familiar, the local chapters and communities working group is one of the volunteer-run working groups of the OpenStreetMap Foundation. So what we do is we support what we see what the foundation can do to support local communities, because even though OpenStreetMap is a global project, mapping is very much local. And if you don't have a local community, it's very hard to make a complete map of where you are living, working, and traveling. So the OpenStreetMap Foundation is very much keen to support local communities so that they can better contribute to the global map that is OpenStreetMap. So one of the things that we do is, yeah, as I've said, we organize the annual local chapters and communities congress. So if you're curious about what happened during last year's congress, you can see or watch recordings of last year's congress on YouTube. So just search for LCCWG on YouTube, and you can find our page. And there are recordings there of the past two congresses. So we have a playlist for the 2024 Congress. And yeah, so another thing that the working group is doing is, since late 2023, we took on that role of evaluating applications for local chapters. So before, it was the responsibility of the board of directors to evaluate and um, approve the local chapter applications. So now, in order to help the board with more important things that they need to focus on, the local chapters and communities working group took the responsibility of doing at least the evaluation. So we do the document reviews, the community consultations, and if everything is in order, then the working group can forward the approval to the board. Currently, there are 18 local chapters, and 13 of them are based in Europe. Okay. Another thing that so basically, in terms of local chapter applications, we've been working with applications from Brazil, Nigeria, the Gambia, and Indonesia. In the case of Brazil, unfortunately, the application was not successful because it did not pass the community consultation stage. So in that, what is the community consultation? So basically, we consult the local community and determine whether the community approves the organization to become essentially a representative of the community to the foundation. Unfortunately, the organization that applied from Brazil, um, there were objections to that. So we did not deem it appropriate for the organization to proceed as a local chapter of the foundation. But of course, we will not be. We are looking forward for the Brazil community to put forward a another application in case they are ready to become a local chapter. So with Nigeria, the Gambia, and Indonesia, we're currently doing evaluations. In the case of Indonesia, there are some questions. For Nigeria, we're still requesting some documents. And for the Gambia, there's still some questions that are pending, although we've already done with the community consultation. And finally, we have the affiliation model subcommittee. So we created a subcommittee last year to explore the possibility of expanding the foundation's affiliation scheme to recognize other types of groups other than local chapters. We'll be discussing this later in today's Congress, so that's it for the working group. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eugene. Thank you to everyone who is attending. I'm really thrilled to see so many people from so many different communities here today. I'm going to moderate the next few sessions about the community updates. And now we have the presentation from OpenStreetMap US. So I'm going to invite Maggie to join the stage, and feel free to share your presentation. Maggie, can you hear me?
Good morning. I'm working on the tech. How's everybody doing? Always fun to be the first one. Let me figure this screen share out.
Oh, let me give you a moderator, right? Presenter? No, you should be okay.
I think
share your screen.
Yeah. Down first. Eugene, are you still sharing?
You can share your screen, and his presentation should just go away.
Oh, cool. All right, this is a quick update. We have 4 minutes, so I'm going to go fast and hopefully set the stage for a quick update. Maggie Colley, I serve as the executive director for OpenStreetMap US. We're one of the few chapters with a few staff, which is pretty fun. It means we can do a couple things. We have programs, we have tech and tools, we've got working groups, and we now have community and charter projects. And I'll talk a little bit about what's going on with those this year, and then that's it for me. So OpenStreetMap US, we're celebrating our 15th anniversary this year. It was founded in 2010. So it's really exciting that it's still around and it's still growing. Here's a little bit of the history. I'll share these slides later too. I won't read them all. 2010 to 2025 by the numbers. We've had 12 State of the Map US conferences. We do Mappy hours. We've done those on Wednesday nights virtually. We have a very active Slack channel. We launched an organizational membership program a few years ago. We've got a lot of individual members, over 250 of those. We've had 31 volunteer board members over the last 15 years, and you all know how the importance of board service and those volunteers. And we now have 5 staff. So here's the team. Here's the 5 outgoing board members. We have 2 switching out this year. We're going to welcome Kiri and Jazzy, and Diane and Priyanka will be stepping down. In August, we added 2 more folks to our staff, so there's now 5 of us working on all kinds of stuff. We've got communities all over the country. You know, the US is pretty big, so it's great. There's folks meeting up around OpenStreetMap in New York and Baltimore and Seattle and Salt Lake City, so all over the country. We kind of see ourselves as a convener. I know many folks will say this, you know, we sit in the middle, like OpenStreetMap brings everybody together. So OpenStreetMap US is here to help folks from the private sector or volunteers or from nonprofits and universities or even the government get to understand what's OpenStreetMap, what's it like to be in the community, how do we work together to make the best map of the world. And there will be a session on government later, and would love to hear your stories as well in that conversation about how you're working with your local governments. We have programs, so if anybody's ever used the Teach OSM Tasking Manager or the OSM US Tasking Manager, we maintain those. We've got the Trail Stewardship Initiative, working with our parks to update trails in OSM. And then we have this community projects program now that we're accepting projects that need financial support to keep developing, and then charter projects like Map Roulette and OSM Charters, things that we maintain. We've got 9 working groups, which I'll say is too many, but it's a great way to get people together around a topic. So we have every week, we probably have at least one working group going on with hundreds of folks getting involved, from government to imagery, education, trails, and our new project for our PD map. Here's an example of the groups coming in for our government, just the precursor for the meeting later about government and OSM, from federal, state to local folks interested in open data. And then trails, this is a big collaboration and initiative. It just keeps growing, but we've got government and nonprofit and a lot of mappers interested in trails in that group. We have events. Hopefully you've been to Mapping USA. We just had that in January. We had a lot of great presentations. They're all on our website. And upcoming in June, we're going to have our State of the Map US. Here's a few pictures. I think a few people in this room are in some of them. If you haven't been to an event here in the US, we'd love to have you join us. So that'll be in June in Boston. We haven't been in Boston yet. That's going to be our big next thing is that conference. So hope to see you there if you can make it. And that's my 4 minutes. So thank you. And I hope you all enjoy the day and participate as much as you can in the conversations. Back to you, Anissa.
Thank you, Maggie. Really nice presentation. Thank you for the update from the OpenStreetMap US. So now we are going to proceed with OpenStreetMap Uganda, and we are going to have Alan give us a short update about what the Uganda community is doing and all their activities. Alan, if you would like to talk, now you are a presenter and you can share the slides. You can move them around.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Alan Mbabani, and I serve as the Executive Director of OpenStreetMap Uganda. And today I'm going to share a few things on how we are running as a community in Uganda. So I'm going to be looking at how we are running the business development end to be able to do our activities. And also I'll shed some light on how we are running the partnerships, also be able to achieve a couple of goals that we set for ourselves. And then also talk about the community building and then give a focus on what we're focusing on under tech this year. So in the side of generating revenue to be able to cover our costs and make sure that the community keeps growing, we do provide geospatial consultation services. And now these cut across different entities, such as the government, the NGO, the private sectors, whereby in most cases they are seeking for services to be able to do something like say data collection or be able to develop dashboards to be able to report on different projects that they be running. We also do competitive service bidding. Now, this is whereby an organization puts out a call and different teams come up to share their experience and be able to show that they can be able to do the work. So we normally also go in for that. And then we also provide drone mapping services. Now, here it's a bit minimal on the end of agriculture sector because it's still a growing sector within Uganda. But majorly, we are giving more services for drones and pro bono services. Now, under pro bono services, these are services we're providing that we are not being paid for. And some of these include geospatial data sets. So in most cases, different organizations, academia people, and some private sector normally reach out to us requesting for different geospatial data sets to help them be able to accomplish certain goals. Now, under drone services, majorly we are providing this to government to support on disaster response and preparedness. And for this, we fly around and then give them the state of a given disaster, for example, like mudslide or floods, and be able to provide them with mapping as well to understand situations and be able to plan accordingly. Now, under community, we are working with youth mappers, and then we have students. Now, for students who are not youth mappers, majorly these are in secondary education. So we normally go there and also try to share with them the skill sets. Then we also have the volunteers. So under partnerships, we are using our flagship program, which is OpenStreetMap in Schools, to be able to partner with different academic entities as well as different entities that could get interested in what we are sharing with students under this program. Then we also have drones in schools. Now this one majorly we are giving this to university students to be able to give them another view of things so that they be able to understand what tools are out there for them to be able to utilize. Then also we are going in to develop like consortiums with different NGOs, private sector, government, academia on different projects. So sometimes we have different ideas as a community, but we reach out to these different entities to be able to partner with them and be able to develop a given project that later on supports the community, but also in the end help us to be able to tap into the resources of some of these entities. Then for community building, majorly we do provide GIS training at a free cost. And it's from here that we are having university students and graduates looking to join the OSM community because they see the beauty of how GIS can be able to help them in their different sectors and also how they can be able to contribute. So through that, we're able to have a community that is always there to support us when we need them. Then also under field mapping, we map around the whole country, but we do not move the same people around the country. We only move like maybe 2 or 3 trainers to be able to gain capacity like growth to provide this capacity growth to these different youth and also different people who are available in these different communities to be able to support us on the mapping. Now, the essence of that is that when we leave, they're able to provide similar services to other entities that may need them, and probably we may not be available to provide the services. Then we also do mapathons that are themed. Now, this based on different scenarios. Now, like say for this month, we have one which is based around celebrating women, and then we have others that come up depending on what is happening within the country and try to theme them around that. Then, like I said, this year's focus for us, we are focusing more on building an open database. And now this is more of, we receive overwhelming requests for different geospatial data sets. So today someone will ask for boundaries, tomorrow someone is going to ask for a specific type of feature within a given data set. So it becomes overwhelming. So right now what we are focusing on is to put it together and have a geospatial portal that is open and accessible for all. So whereby we are tapping what we have already contributed to the OpenStreetMap, clean it up and organize it in a way that it's simpler for whoever needs it to be able to walk around with it. So we're looking at more partnerships, raising more funding to be able to carry out our activities, putting more energy into the community, because every day the community, like at the end, people get so busy and they're not so able to be available. So we try to see that we have an ecosystem that is sustainable, and also we're relying more on tech to be able to keep us going. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alan. So now we have our next presenter, Geoffrey. He's going to screen share. So Geoffrey, I'm going to give you rights immediately so you can just share your screen for your presentation. He's going to give us an update from the humanitarian OpenStreetMap team. And Geoffrey, the stage is yours. Also, if anyone else wants to activate their videos, please do so. It's really nice having the chance to actually be together today, so it would be adorable to actually see each other. Geoffrey, go ahead, please.
Geoffrey, I think you're muted.
Okay, is my screen visible now?
Yes, we can see.
All right, thank you. So, hi everyone. My name is Geoffrey. I do work with HOT as the community projects lead. So I just want to give a quick 5 minutes update on what we have been up to in the past year. So for those of you that are familiar with HOT, HOT has been operating through these 4 regional hubs across 4 priority regions. So we have the Open Mapping Hub, Latin America and the Caribbean, one for West Africa, North Africa, one for Eastern and Southern Africa, and also one for the Asia Pacific region. So I just want to give a few quick updates on what these hubs have been up to in the past year. So the one of the programs that is running at the Asia Pacific Hub is the Open Mapping Group program. which is building a vibrant community-driven initiative, connecting, motivating, and upskilling mappers. And you can see some figures here on what the contributions have been able to make over the past year in the Eastern and Southern Africa. Also supporting open mapping in 23 countries in Eastern and Southern Africa. One of the projects that they've had in the past year was in collaboration with the Food Agriculture Organization in Somalia, doing mapping in preparation for the El Nino kind of rains that come every year, which engaged over 300 volunteers and did a lot of mapping in the region. Also, you can see some of the statistics here from the work that the ISA Hub has been doing. In the Latin America and the Caribbean region, that's where the other hub is. One of the programs that they are running is the anticipatory mapping of risk areas in the Amazon, which is in coordination with management authorities in Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil. And they are really doing a lot of collaboration with government, with NGOs to do projects around open mapping. Our last hub is the Western North Africa hub. And this is one of the projects they have done is to map the small island countries or communities in West Africa, in Senegal particularly, that are vulnerable to, because of their remoteness and low production capacity, and engaging women into open mapping. So really doing kind of ground level mapping that supports resilience, community resilience in the region. Moving on to our tech. I think most of you are familiar with the Hot Tasking Manager, but Hot has several other products, tech products that is working on. Aerial Map is also another one that has been available for some good time. But one of those that are currently coming up, we have the Drone Tasking Manager. Check it out. Another exciting tech initiative is FAIR, which is kind of localized AI solutions for mapping, for open mapping. And all of these ones are easily available online. If you do a good search, a quick search, you can easily find it. Most of you have been using MapSwipe on the phone, but it has also now been developed with the Missing Maps partners, and it's available on the web. You can easily access it. And the other one is the Field Mapping Tasking Manager. So think of the Hot Tasking Manager, but now to help you manage your field mapping activities. So the tech team has been busy working on these open mapping tools that would be available for you to use. So check them out. And finally, I just also want to share one of the programs and collaborations we did last year, which was the Hot Open Summit. So through the Open Summit, we collaborated with different communities and supported over 25 events globally, to extend the reach of open mapping, promote open data map awareness, but also to encourage collective action within the open mapping community. So here you can see some of the events we supported, including State of the Map Malawi, which was the first one, State of the Map 2024 in Nairobi, State of the Map Asia, State of the Map Latin America, and State of the Map Madagascar, State of the Map Nigeria, State of the Map and Phospho Oceania, the OSM Kelara Community Meetup, JSD Tanzania. So it's really a wide range of events that we collaborated with. This program is coming to an end, so it's not running again this year, but just want to share some of the highlights from the previous one that we did. So that's the end of my update, and back to you, Anissa. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Geoffrey. Thank you also to Hot for all the contribution, all the effort, and everything you are doing worldwide for the OpenStreetMap community. We have our next presenter, Vladimir. He's going to give us an update from Poland. OpenStreetMap Poland and what they are doing. He has two presentations, so if you need some help to find the other one, let me know and I'll be happy to help you. Let me give you presenter rights. Oh gosh, as soon as I find you.
Okay.
Okay, you should be a presenter now. The stage is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. This is the wrong presentation, but I try to.
Oh, let me share the other one. Just a second, sorry.
Yeah.
Would you like to share this one as well as a second presentation, or only this one that I've shared now?
Yeah, there are both, because one is for the wrap up of collaboration with public entities, and this is one about what we do in OpenStreetMap Poland. So no problem.
Okay, then there you go.
Okay, I have rights. Thank you. So my name is Włodzimierz Barczak. It's easier to call me Krzysztofs because this is my my OSM account name. I'm from Poland. I'm the board member in OpenStreetMap Poland. Also, I'm the member of local chapter and community working group. So this is a wrap up about what we do in the Polish community last year. So let me start with for me it's most most important thing that it means that in the last year almost every day we have 200 contributors in Poland. So this is the high amount of the contributor in every year from the beginning of OpenStreetMap in Poland. The most important thing what we have been doing in the last year was the State of the Map Europe in Łódź. This was basically, I think, the biggest event in Poland about open data. The second most important thing is Poland Digital Landscape Canon. That was a task from our Ministry of Sport and Tourism that we have done for them, like the OpenStreetMap community. We also take part in the GIS Days. This is one from the university in Łódź. This is an annual event that we introduce student OpenStreetMap, making workshops, lectures, and courses to OpenStreetMap. And basically, this is one what we do very often, like Mapofaktura, also in Łódź. This is event that we map every feature of the city and try to build the best map available. Basically, every year a different feature, from green spaces, from the highways, service roads. So every year we have team and we build a different set of data. And then there was like the biggest conference about data science in Poland. Also, we have teach how to use and what you could do with OpenStreetMap data from guys that use in everyday use the data science tools. And I think that there are some small also events like Christmas keys. It's also about how to use the open data in QGIS software and how to could contribute to the open data world with our OpenStreetMap data. So this is for me. very quick. And if you want to connect with us, please stay in touch. This is my LinkedIn profile, so this is the best way to contact me. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the update. So our next presenter is Arnoli, which I see has already her video on. You are now a presenter. Feel free to share your screen and give us your update regarding UN mappers. Arnoli, you're muted if you are talking. I can hear you. So we can see the screen. We still can hear you. Yes.
I have lots of unmute button, but yeah, hello everyone. My name is Arnali from the Philippines. You may know me previously from HOT, but now I'm representing UN Mappers starting this year. But yeah, so about the UN Mappers community, we're a collective of open mapping enthusiasts dedicated to build accurate and crowdwork geospatial data through OpenStreetMap in order to support peacekeeping missions as well as UN humanitarian activities on the ground. So together we map and validate geospatial open data in areas where the United Nations carries out their field operations. So if you're interested to join us, you can join us through bit.ly/UN Mappers Discord. We're on Discord. And yeah, you can find more information about the community through maps.un.org/community. Some statistics about us, 5,500. This is most likely mappers, not yeah, 5,500 community members or mappers. We have trained 2,894 people since 2020, as well as conducted 328 events worldwide. So yeah, in UN Mapper, we have 3 ways to participate or join. One, you can learn, you can map, and then you can connect. So first, you can learn. We have our UN Mappers Learning Hub, which is in different languages. We have courses on basics of OpenStreetMap and advanced OpenStreetMap, and yeah, we are also looking forward to also adding about an upcoming course in QGIS. And yeah, of course, you can participate by mapping. Right now, we're mapping in Somalia and Central African Republic. The current mapping project that we have actively in the hot tasking manager is in Central African Republic for roads and waterways. So if you like to map roads and waterways, head on to tinyurl.com/unmap UNM project car. And yeah, the last one, you can connect with us through our events, through online as well. Last month, we just held our first ever Mappy Hour, as inspired by OSM US. So, but yeah, it's more like a mapathon, welcoming new mappers in OpenStreetMap, as well as doing some basic OpenStreetMap training. We also hosted a Validation Friday Mappy Hour, where we met with validators that would help us in validating this data for UN peacekeeping missions. So the first one, we talk about roads. You can learn more about our what we have done, or what we discussed through the link you can see. And yeah, after those 2 successful events, we're making it a monthly thing. So yeah, we're doing it every last Friday of the month at 10 o'clock UTC. So if you're curious, you want to know more about UN Mappers, you can join us on our next Mappy Hour on the 28th of March. We also have some collaborations or presentations with youth mappers around the world. So last month, my colleague Mikel presented with the polymappers in Italy, while I did a presentation with UPRI youth mappers here in the Philippines to honor Women's Month or the International Women's Day. So if you have any proposal collaborations or invitations or anything you want to say, you can give your feedback to me, feedback to us at un.mappers@un.org. So yeah, that's all for me. Again, please join us in Discord. also see you in social media. You can see our social media outlets in the links below. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arnoli. So we have one more presentation at the moment, and then, well, sorry, two more presentations. And I'm going to invite Walter to take the presenter rights, and he's also going to share his screen, and he's going to give us an update from OSM Kenya. And I'm really thrilled to hear this, since OSM Kenya also had State on Earth last year, and it was an amazing event, and I'm so happy that they organized it. So, Walter, the stage is yours. Feel free to share your screen. We can see you. We can't hear you at the moment. We can hear you.
Any changes?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, sorry about that. So before I say that, I'm not going to do slides. We only have 4 minutes, but I can do a quick update of our community. So for those who haven't heard, OSM Kenya was founded in 2019 by a team of around 8 of us. And yes, since then we've grown to a bigger population of up to 250 members plus. And in the recent past, after the set of the map last year, we've had an increase in membership, and the projections are actually very interesting, that we are having more students joining in. We are having more participation from universities, and so we are doing much efforts to include all youth mappers. We are diversifying, going to universities out of the city to just reach out and also train them on the issues of OpenStreetMap to improve access to open data around Kenya. The other thing is our leadership. We are also transitioning the leadership. We always change that after every year. So we are also improving how the leadership looks like, the structure, how the structure looks like. And right now we are incorporating in board of directors, and then we also have executive and the working group that we were running from last year. So we are just making it better and making sure that it's inclusive of most of the new students coming in, those who are leaving campus, and of course those people in the professional world. So that is our growth. Our main activities that we've been doing since last year, and we've seen a growth in this, is mostly community-based projects. These are through mapathons and other activities that we are doing through collaborations and partnerships. We are glad to have a partnership with Ho TomTom. This year we also we are having a partnership with Wikimania 2025, because they are hosting the conference in Nairobi. OSM Africa, we want to show up in large numbers. In Tanzania, we have Kenya Red Cross, Youth Mappers, Trophy Association. We are trying to work on transport mobility in Nairobi. And of course, other contributions that we are doing is we are participating in humanitarian campaigns through mapathons and other activities that we can do to just make sure that we improve access to open data. Also, interestingly, we started a new challenge this year. So we are doing the daily mapping challenge. We're just trying to make it more documented, make it more focus based, that we are targeting specific data sets of data, be it validation or roads or anything. So we are just trying to refine that we are having a good participation from that, where members have to remind each other that we are mapping daily. If anyone forgets, you get someone to remind you that it's going on well. And in this year, I think our major focus is we want to build more collaborations and partnerships to improve access to map data. So those are some of the activities that we will be planning to do around. They will be centered around partnerships and collaborations to just make sure that We leverage synergies from other organizations that are contributing to open data. We understand the current state of financing around the world, youth mappers, organizations that have been affected. So we want to make sure that we match the synergies that we have within humanitarian organizations and other open data based organizations to make sure that we contribute to more open data accessibility, availability, and the likes. Yeah, that is it from OSM Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you very much. There is quite a lot happening in Kenya, so that's quite a big applause for you for everything you're doing. So we have our last presentation, which I will be covering, and it's going to be a brief update from OpenStreetMap in Italy. I'm so sorry, my voice is a bit like crazy today, so I hope it doesn't abandon me for the next 4 minutes so I can go through with this. So I've shared my slides again. So OpenStreetMap Italy is another chapter around the world. OpenStreetMap in Italy is represented by Wikimedia Italy. So we are kind of a union between the Wikimedia and the OpenStreetMap community. We have different figures and structures. We have a board of 5 people, we have a staff of 8 people, and we have our main contributors, our main volunteers who are our coordinators, Wikimedia coordinators. Among them, we have 3 OpenStreetMap coordinators. 1 of them is national, and 2 of them cover 2 different regions in Italy. One of the main activities that we had in 2024 was our national event, which is Fos4G Italy and OSMIT, which is kind of a gathering of 2 events organized by Wikimedia Italy as the OpenStreetMap local chapter, and also GFOS.it, which is kind of USGeo local chapter for Italy. We had nearly 100 attendees in a 4-day event. They were kind of distributed in these 4 days, and around 25 talks, 7 workshops, and different open discussions for the community and different panels. Another activity that Wikimedia Italy has almost every year is the grants for schools, and I took an example here from TomTom. Chiara from TomTom proposed a really nice project about with a high school in Italy where they mapped the whole area around the school after kind of an incident, kind of a straddle incident happened around the neighborhood, so they mapped the whole area for kids to go safely to school. I would love if she was here to talk about this, because it was a really interesting initiative. Among other activities, Wikimedia Italy gives always grants for the different events, either national or international, that the community organizes. And last year we had 7 people ask for bursaries to go in our national event, which is OpenStreetMap Italy, Fos4G Italy. And also for State of Net Nairobi, but unfortunately the 2 people that got the bursaries actually renounced and couldn't go there for personal reasons. We have different tools that and services that we have developed and maintained for the Italian community to actually facilitate their mapping efforts. We have the OpenStreetMap Italy extracts, where people can download data sets of either the whole country or divided for region, and different formats of data sets. We have our tasking manager in Italian adapted for Italy, so it's always free and available for the community to use, and they sometimes actually use that for their local initiatives. We have the Italian website, where this is kind of a container for the community, and we have 2 different custom map styles. One of them is Italian for the whole world, and the other one is a hiking map style, which is quite useful for the Italian community, since we also have kind of an agreement with the Alpine Club in Italy, which is all the excursionists around Italy kind of working and using OpenStreetMap as their main base map. So yes, these are the 3 services that we maintain for the Italian community. Since we have very few minutes, this was kind of a very quick overview, but if you have any questions, if you have any comments, I'm always happy to share them with you. So yeah, this from OpenStreetMap Italy. So this was the last presentation. I was kind of the last one, so we could